Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got another client tutorial for you. I hope you're liking these. And basically I'm just starting off with priming her face. This is the Innoxa Pore Filling Primer. It's very comparable to the Benefit Professional and I really like it. Sandra really likes her eyebrows with more of a square look. So basically I'm just taking an angled brush and the Morphe brow palette and using the second last darkest shade and trying to give her a more of an angular look. So softly filling in her brows, so I wouldn't go in quite like very harshly. I would slowly build up the product and then kind of stand back and look at each brow and see if they're the same, so you can kind of just slowly build up that product. Also taking a concealer, I think this is the L'Oreal True Match Concealer, and just really shaping them underneath, and this again will help get that square look. And then just taking that all over the lid, so this will act as a base for her eyeshadow and also cancel out any discoloration on the lid. And then I took some RCMA no color powder just over the top of her lid just to give a nice flawless finish so that when I do apply the eyeshadow it goes on really nice. I'm now taking this Morphe palette and just going in with that shade there, just running it through her crease and really buffing it in. So you can never buff too much, guys, but I would always recommend taking a little bit of a product at a time and slowly building it up, because I do go in probably about twice with this product and buff it out and then place more product on. I'm now going in with this lighter brown shade just because I kind of like the look of two transition colors rather than just one, especially if I'm doing a darker look on the lid. And then again, just buffing it all out so it's nice and seamless. I'm now taking these two shades here and I'm kind of doing a halo effect. So starting off with the inner corner of her lid and going with a smaller brush where you can really get a precise placement of the product. And then again on the other side, and you kind of leave that middle bit free. I then also go in with a different brush without any product on it just to buff it into the crease so it's not just like a dark color and then the transition color. I want it to kind of fade slightly as well. And then again, just going in with some more product if it's buffed away a little bit. And the same thing, guys, just going with a little bit of a product at a time and slowly build it up until you're happy with the pigment. I also go in with this big fluffy brush just to make sure everything's nice and seamless. I'm going in here with a ColourPop cream shadow. I think this is the shade Millionaire, and basically this will just help that pigment there that I just got from the Morphe palette stick to it. So it'll act as something for it to grip onto and stay, but it'll also make the pigment pop a lot more. I'm then going in with a smaller brush just to slightly smudge in those edges so it's not just a stripe in the middle of her eyeball. It's pretty much, you know, gonna fade nicely. And then I just go in and touch up any areas as well if I feel like they need any more pigment. And now I'm going in with this Essence Gel Liner and then just smudging it out with that smaller shadow brush. This is really good because you don't have to be too precise with it. And if you're a bit scared of using a liner as well, this is a little bit more forgiving. I'm now just cleaning up her face, going in with some Garnier Micellar water and then also putting some more primer on her cheeks just because I would have wiped it away. And then I go in with the L'Oreal True Match in W4. This is my favorite drugstore foundation. You've probably heard me rave about it before. The reason why it's just in a different bottle to here in Australia is just because I ordered it off eBay and I ordered like a few different colors, and I'm guessing that they're just from America because America has different packaging. Don't forget to take it down the neck and also on the ears. And then I'm just blending this out with a Real Technique sponge. And also around those hard to reach places like the nose and the eyebrows, I just take this concealer brush, just because, yeah, you can't really, sometimes like the product doesn't get into those little tiny areas. I'm now going in with this L'Oreal True Match Concealer again, just taking it on the high points of her face so you can see like underneath her eyes, bridge of her nose, top of her forehead, top of the lip and chin. I thought I'd just use a different concealer for you guys because I feel like all I ever use is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Like, it's a really good concealer and it is a staple in my kit, but just for the sake of the video I thought I'd show you guys a different concealer. And then just blending that out with the sponge again, and in the hard to reach places like underneath the eyes I just like to take the brush again, just so I don't poke the client in the eye. And then I go in and bake with the RCMA No Color Powder, and as you know, I really love to do this just to make the concealer set and stay, and just so there's no like little lines. Also, because when you do apply the eyeshadow underneath the eye, I find that if any falls out, it doesn't muck up your foundation. And then taking those same shades and just puffing it underneath on the lower lash line and making it quite smoky. And then I also go in with some of that gel liner again by Essence, and then just set it with that darker shade, and also add that darker shade more towards the outer third of the eye, just to give it a little bit more definition. And now I'm just going with my NYX Contour palette. Love this palette, it's really good. And just using those two shades there just to add a little bit of warmth back into her face. So taking it on the tops of the forehead, cheekbones, down the bridge of her nose, her chin and her jawline. And don't forget the ears as well if you are having your hair up. It just kind of looks more seamless when you do this. I then took those two cooler tones and just added it slightly to her cheekbone area near her ear. I didn't go like all the way down, it kind of just defines the contour a little bit more, and then cleaned up with that banana powder. Now going in with this Mary Lou Louminizer, putting it in their inner corners. And then this is a blush by BH Cosmetics. It's a palette by them. It's really, really nice. And I just mix those two shades together. And then I just highlighted her face again with the same highlighter, just on the tops of her cheekbones, her brow bone, down the bridge of her nose and the top of her lip. And then took this L'Oreal lip liner. It's a really pretty color, just a nude shade. And then I went over the top of that with these two liquid lipsticks mixed together. And then I put a little bit of Baby Doll in the middle of her lips by NYX as well. It's one of their lingerie lips. And then this kind of contours her lips in a way because it makes your lips look a little bit more fuller. And then I just went in with this Essence mascara, which I rave about all the time. And I didn't put any falsies on today. I thought I would do something a little bit different, and also because she has gorgeous long lashes and she doesn't really need false lashes. And then I just sprayed her face just to set everything. And then while it's still wet, this is a good little tip, is just to go back in with that highlighter just to make it a little bit more extra. And that is pretty much everything, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. I think it's a really beautiful look, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just